All right, let's just jump right in. The thing is, the fundamental rules of marketing, they're being totally rewritten as we speak. And it's all thanks to a couple of massive forces. You've got the creator economy on one side, and this explosion of powerful AI on the other. It means a few huge shifts are happening all at once, and honestly, if you're not paying close attention, you're going to get left behind.
So I've got to ask you, straight up, is your marketing playbook obsolete? I know, it's a tough question, but it's one we all have to face right now. Because what worked even just a year ago, well, it might not be the best way to play the game today.
So in this explainer, we're going to break down the biggest of these shifts. We're going to look at how brands are building their own creator ecosystems, how AI is about to completely automate ad buying, and probably most importantly, what you can do, like right now, to get ready for this new world.
Okay, first up, let's look at what's happening on the ground, in the real world. These aren't just ideas or theories. These are actual strategies that major brands are already using to win. Let's start with a number, 1,000. Any guesses? This is the number of creator storefronts that the beauty giant Sephora has already launched. Yeah, 1,000. It's a huge signal of a brand new strategy, bringing that whole creator economy in-house. So here's how Sephora's play works. They're basically building their own private affiliate network. They give over 1,000 creators a digital storefront, offer them a pretty competitive 15% commission, and they time to launch perfectly for the holiday shopping rush. But the real genius move here, the most important part, they get to scale all this amazing content from trusted voices while, and this is key, keeping all that valuable traffic and conversion data for themselves.
And this quote from Sephora's VP of Social, Brent Mitchell, just says it all. He says they see this as being additive. What that means is they're not trying to replace their other marketing channels. Nope. They're building a powerful new channel that works alongside everything else, one that turns all that social buzz directly into sales they can actually measure. Now for the second trend, which is all about timing. People are calling it the holiday creep. You know how it used to be? Ad budgets would go crazy in November and December. Well, not anymore. Now that spending starts creeping up as early as October, and it's spread out over a much longer period. It's simple, really. Consumer behavior is changing, and the smart money is changing right along with it. So why should you care about this? Well, the takeaway here is super clear and something you can act on immediately. You've got to pull your big picture, top-of-funnel campaigns forward into that earlier October window. Then you can stagger your retargeting and your big promotions to hit later, which helps you dodge those insane peak prices and stops your audience from getting totally burned out on your ads. Okay, let's switch gears. We've talked about what's happening today. Now let's look at what's just around the corner. And this is where it gets really, really interesting. We're talking about AI going from being a cool little experiment to becoming the fundamental plumbing of our entire advertising world. And the concept you absolutely have to get your head around is agentic ad buying. The idea itself is pretty simple, but what it can do is, well, it's profound. It just means using AI assistants, these agents, to automate all of those repetitive, time-sucking media tasks. Planning campaigns, pacing budgets, pulling reports, and tweaking optimizations on the fly across every single one of your channels. Now hold on, this does not mean the robots are taking over. Far from it. The best way to think about this is that these AI agents are like your new junior media ops team. They are incredible at the stuff that needs speed and perfect consistency, like pacing a budget to the penny or running reports at 3 a.m. But we humans, we still own the most important jobs: the big picture, creative strategy, setting the goals and the guardrails, and providing that one thing AI can't replicate: taste and nuance. And look, this isn't happening overnight, but it is happening fast. We're seeing a really clear evolution here. We started with some basic experiments. Right now, we're in what you could call the co-pilot phase, where AI helps draft plans for a human to approve. Very soon, we're going to give these agents limited autonomy to run tasks within strict rules. And the final step, which is probably coming within the next year, is AI just becoming the basic infrastructure, the plumbing of how ads get bought and sold. So, with all this change hurtling towards us, what are you supposed to actually do about it? Let's get out of the clouds and into a real, practical action plan you can use to get your business ready for what's coming. Here is a framework you can literally use today. It's called the Lower CTR, Better Leads Audit. It's built on a really simple truth. A high click-through rate means nothing if it's just bringing in junk traffic. This audit makes you find those hidden gems. The campaigns that might have a lower click rate, but actually have a much higher conversion rate. It's all about shifting your focus from just raw clicks to qualified clicks. And that is exactly how an AI agent is going to think.
And finally, here's your foundational checklist. Before you can even think about letting an AI agent manage a single dollar of your ad spend, you need these 3 things totally locked down. First, tighten your data permissions. You need to know exactly who and what can see your data. Second, standardize all your naming conventions for campaigns and creative assets. An AI can't optimize what it can't understand. And third, you have to agree on crystal clear rules for your KPIs. Define exactly what success and failure look like. An AI agent is incredibly powerful, but it absolutely needs these rules to do its job safely and effectively.
So, really, it all boils down to this. Automation is no longer a question of if, it's a question of when and how. And when you look at everything we've talked about, from Sephora building its own creator network to the undeniable rise of AI agents, you have to ask yourself a pretty fundamental question. Are you building a real, durable marketing ecosystem for the future? Or are you still just buying ads for today?